Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We begin at Forrester Creations, where Steffy asks Ivy if she traveled all the way from Australia. Ivy reveals she lives in the United States and has been spending time with Elektra. Steffy believes she would have witnessed Ivy hurl herself at Liam. Steffy is pleased to see everyone, but at the end of the day, she does not consider the jewelry line as part of the firm. Hope asks Will how many times he's been lost at work. He confesses he has been lost at least once. Brooke insists he'll figure things out, while Will hopes his mother will make him a map. Hope is delighted to have him as a Logan backup. He is eager to assist Hope as much as possible, although he has little power. Hope points out that as Katie's son, Steffy will most likely label him. Make Logan work harder. Will is accustomed to proving himself as Bill's son. Brooke agrees that Forrester has two sides, Logan's and Forrester's. Carter believes that this is a wise decision for the corporation because jewelry has previously generated significant revenue. Steffy claims that was with Quinn, not Ivy. Ivy has already set up her work and wants Steffy to see it. Carter advises Steffy to stop thinking so small and instead focus on the company's future. Will can't believe Steffy is this intense. Brooke admits that there are moments when she tries to put the rivalries behind her, and Hope agrees that Steffy tries, but then finds the need to rekindle them. That's why Hope believes Steffy will eventually cut her line. Will can't fathom it happening because Hope's line is so successful, and Brooke reminds her that Carter also supports her. Hope grins. Carter believes it is a no-brainer. Ivy begs her not to let the past influence her decision. Steffy begs Elektra to step outside, so they can talk. Steffy advises Ivy not to challenge her decisions as co-CEO. Carter claims Ivy was not trying to question her skill, but she has the right to question her logic. He claims that Steffy let her personal sentiments get in the way. She's also done it with Brooke and Hope. Steffy has had enough and declares her decision definite, informing them that she has other things to do. Carter exits, but not before turning and looking at her. Carter is unhappy with Steffy for the way she reacted. Ivy says it's alright because she knows about their history. Elektra cannot believe that it is all because of a guy. Carter assures them that he is the COO and will fight for them. Ivy offers to tour Elektra around the office and thank Carter for his assistance. Brooke discovers Steffy in the office. She informs her that she is thinking about new ideas and a new collection. She realizes something is awry and inquires as to what Steffy is thinking. Steffy believes Carter is an excellent COO, but his recent actions have been off-base and sometimes incorrect. Brooke realizes Steffy is unhappy because Carter defended Hope's line. Carter enters Hope's office and complains about what occurred. Hope realizes something is wrong when he informs her about his partnership with Ivy. Hope thinks it's great, but she isn't shocked that Steffy rejected it because of her grudges. He tells her that holding grudges has no place at Forrester and that she must cease. Elektra was walking down the corridor when she collided into Will. He rushes to assist gather everything up, and when he returns, he holds a ring in his hand. It appears that he is suggesting. He asks whether it's her ring, and she says she's working with her aunt. They introduce themselves, and he slips the ring on her finger. They have a moment when their eyes meet, and they smile at each other. Steffy believes Carter is out of line with how he is promoting Hope's business, and he is now attempting to overhaul the jewelry line. Hope wonders if Steffy and Ivy can rebuild their friendship, but Carter believes it's all about rivalries, not business. Like the one between Steffy and Hope. And since Ivy and Steffy fought for Liam, it's happening to them as well. Carter reveals he's been working on a new concept for Forrester Creations, a premium brand that will serve as an umbrella for the House of Forrester brand. He claims Steffy is capable of developing it, but she continues impeding progress. Hope advises Carter to convene a meeting with Ridge and Eric and then take the initiative. She understands that this is Carter's legacy for the company and industry. She believes in him. He smiles at her. Carter Walton encouraged Hope Logan to feel his pounding heart on Monday, October 21st, saying he hadn't felt so alive in a long time. Hope assured Carter that their attraction was reciprocal, but she admitted she wasn't ready to move forward. Hope discussed all of her love drama from the previous year, but Carter insisted he was not the same as Liam Spencer, Thomas Forrester, or John Finn Finnegan. Hope also mentioned that Carter had been in a relationship with Katie Logan, but Carter said they were ended and that what he felt for Katie was nothing compared to his feelings for Hope. Carter promised that he would never break Hope's heart again. Hope only needed to take things gently and keep their romance a secret for now, so Carter grinned and kissed her to show that he was on board. On Monday's B&B program, Deacon Sharp continued his talk with Brooke Logan and expressed his gratitude to Carter for keeping an eye out for Hope at work. Deacon only wanted Hope to meet someone like that in her personal life. Deacon inquired as to whether Brooke knew of anyone Hope might be seeing, and Brooke stated that she believed Hope might reconnect with Liam. Deacon was divided about this idea because he liked Liam, but he couldn't forget how Liam had switched between Hope and Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. It reminded Deacon of how Ridge Forrester treated Brooke and Taylor Hayes. Deacon suggested they try matching for Hope, but Brooke didn't seem interested. After the conversation returned to Carter, Deacon expressed gratitude for what he had done for Hope's line. Deacon had advised that he reserved the nicest table for Carter and whoever the girl in his life was. Brooke revealed a few months earlier that it was Katie. Brooke was now unsure. Brooke insisted Hope was lovely, smart, and gorgeous, and that any man would be happy to have her. Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, finished up at Forrester Creations with a phone call from a loyal customer who was leaving Hope's line. Steffy expected more negative news to follow because she wasn't seeing much enthusiasm for the latest collection. When Steffy offered Ridge updates, she made it plain that her concerns were with Hope's line, not Hope herself. However, Steffy felt Brooke would take it personally if she crossed Hope's line with Ridge's help. Hope's identity was linked to Hope for the future, although Steffy claimed she wasn't trying to be hard on her or ruin her life. Steffy predicted that Hope's line would not survive, and she doubted she was wrong. When the debate turned to Carter's unusual pushing for Hope, Ridge and Steffy agreed it was peculiar. Steffy suggested that Carter was seeing something they didn't. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Carter and Steffy will face serious animosity, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, October 23, 2024, hint at Steffy putting her foot down and possibly making a new adversary. Steffy Forrester Finnegan adores being in charge of everything, so when someone attempts to take some of her power away, she reacts angrily. When she discovers that Carter Walton recruited Ivy Forrester and her sister, Electra Forrester, she almost loses her mind. Yes, Forrester might use a new jewelry designer, but she makes the decisions, not Carter. Steffy has never liked Ivy and does not want her back in Los Angeles to upstage her because she has design talent that Steffy lacks. However, when she communicates her emotions, Carter fights back. Steffy is about to push Carter over the edge, but she isn't concerned. She refuses to work with Ivy again and is desperate to keep her away from Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, after seeing them kiss earlier this year. However, Steffy is unaware that Carter has had enough of her and has developed feelings for Hope Logan. He is becoming more brazen, and he no longer wants to submit to Steffy's attitude and expectations. Things did not work out between R.J. Forrester and Luna Nozawa, so B&B is trying again with Will Spencer and Electra. Luna turns out to be a deranged serial murderer, but maybe Ivy's sister is simply a regular soap opera human being who will provide the show with the young romance it craves. When Ivy's sister, who has recently arrived in Los Angeles, meets young intern Will, sparks ignite. Will just took the job because he wanted to meet some young models, but a young and upcoming jewelry designer would suffice. We don't know much about Electra yet, but she appears pleasant enough. Even if she doesn't end up looking like Luna, that's a benefit. At least Luna was entertaining. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Carter Walton has always performed admirably as COO. Carter has always been the stats guy, and Ridge Forrester and the rest of the team appreciate his expertise. However, Carter must see something in Hope for the future that no one else does. Carter is also overstepping by inviting Ivy. Steffy will run to Ridge with her concerns when she and Carter have a fight. Will Ridge agree or disagree with her assessment? According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Carter is simply not acting like himself, and Ridge is curious as to what is going on. Ridge may face Carter and demand explanations. Why is Carter suddenly looking to shake things up at Forrester when hope for the future is the only thing in jeopardy? What's going on with Carter and his desperate drive for the line? Carter cannot be conducting business behind Ridge and Steffy's backs. Carter understands this. Carter, on the other hand, is going all out with a vision for the future that he has without consulting anyone else. Has Carter lost his common sense? What on earth was Carter thinking when he took on this task himself? Carter may believe that Steffy and Ridge are not seeing the broader picture and may consult with Eric on his thoughts. However, Eric intends to return and contribute to the company's day-to-day operations. Carter shouldn't be running things by Eric. Carter has spent years working with Ridge and Steffy. Why is he suddenly going off the rails? Is Carter looking for a huge role in Forrester, or is it all about hope for the future? All of this leads back to Carter's ardent plea to keep hope for the future afloat, but Carter understands that there are steps that must be taken to make these things happen. There is no way Carter can correct everything that is wrong to justify his proposals or recent actions. Carter had promised Hope that he will not let her line be shut down, but there is nothing Carter can do unless Ridge and Steffy surrender a bit. Where is Carter going to get the extra money he wants to invest in hope for the future? Is Carter basing all of this on the anticipated sales of the new jewelry line? Could this sentence be intended for the Hope for the Future design, which Zend Forrester and R.J. Forrester have worked hard to improve? Has Hope for the Future just run out of hope now that Thomas Forrester is not around to bring Hope's visions to life? Some things are starting to make sense here. The bold and the beautiful spoilers strongly hint that Steffy Forrester has been quietly destroying Hope Logan and her line, Hope for the Future, the entire time. And there could be a few good reasons for this. Continue reading below for everything you need to know. Apparently, Hope's line has been the one at Forrester Creations that has continued to decrease, despite occasional successes. Of course, this has only happened when other individuals have seized control, such as Hope's previous boyfriend, Thomas Forrester. Otherwise, Hope for the Future has had more flops than anything else. With that said, there is substantial conjecture that someone is behind Hope for the Future's major failures, and it might be none other than Steffy Forrester. After all, one thing we've learned about Steffy over the years is that she may be the lone queen in the room. She dislikes all forms of competition, and she dislikes it when someone steals her spotlight. And given that she is the head of Forrester Creations, Steffy may have had something to do with Hope's line sinking every time it tried to come to air. In other words, Steffy has been pulling the wrong strings for Hope the entire time. Then things may change. Carter now controls the line, and he and Steffy may disagree on the route Hope for the Future should take. Let's just say Carter isn't the type of man that is easily pushed around. It goes without saying that fans will have to watch the bold and the beautiful every day to see what happens next. Keep an eye on this space. What are your thoughts on this story, bold and beautiful fans? Let us know what you think by adding some buzz in the comments box. Don't forget that the bold and the beautiful airs weekdays on CBS. You'll need to check your local listings for specific timings. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers, Taylor Hayes will be compelled to tell Steffy Forrester the truth about her health. Will Steffy use this chance to try to force Ridge Forrester to reconcile with Taylor? According to the bold and the beautiful teasers, Steffy will be very concerned about her mother after learning of her condition. People die from broken hearts on a daily basis. Steffy does not want to lose her mother, particularly now that she has returned home. Taylor's heart has been broken for years, and Ridge is the only one who can mend it. Brooke may adore Ridge, but she has never loved him so deeply. Brooke always runs into another man's arms. This should convince Ridge that he and Taylor are meant to be together. Steffy would most likely push Ridge to let Brooke go and mend Taylor's heart before it's too late. Ridge cares about Taylor, but will he abandon Brooke? Brooke has already discovered Ridge and Taylor in what she deems an uncomfortable situation. Brooke is enraged because she believes Taylor is attempting to put another stumbling block between her and Ridge. Taylor tries to explain that Brooke does not know the full story, but Brooke is convinced she witnessed Taylor make a bid for Ridge. Will Taylor tell Brooke what is going on with her, or will she simply brush her off and go talk to Steffy about what is wrong? Will Brooke understand if Taylor tells her the truth and accept that she isn't after Ridge after all? Will Brooke continue to call their approach nasty and underhanded? Now that everything is out in the open, Ridge appears to be able to deal with this more honestly. Ridge claims to love Brooke, yet he goes to great lengths to support Taylor, even lying to her about what he and Taylor are up to. Who will Ridge select in the end? Will Ridge shatter Brooke's heart and rush back to Taylor? Ridge reportedly made up his mind months ago. Will Ridge continue to flip-flop between these two, or will he finally accept responsibility and refuse to let Steffy control his future? Steffy is desperately trying to keep Forrester Creations afloat. On the October 23rd episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, she made some dangerous business moves that may keep the company stagnant. Even as the situation became personal, the co-CEO summoned her inner grandmother. Family and business do not always mix. This was especially true when Carter announced his aspirations for Forrester Creations. He invited Ivy and her niece, Electra, who may increase FC's sales with their premium jewelry line. Steffy didn't like Carter's little surprise. She hoped never to see her cousin again. Steffy was hesitant to work with Ivy because of their tumultuous relationship with Liam. Carter and Steffy argued at the meeting. Steffy tapped into her inner Stephanie Douglas Forrester, who is also a tough cookie. She rejected Carter's idea for the Electra jewelry line. Steffy does not want to work with any more of her adversaries than she has to. It's bad enough she has to cope with Logan mania, which is prevalent at Forrester. Will is the most recent recruit who is working as an intern. He is already allied with the Logans because his mother is one. Carter burst after meeting with Steffy. He stormed into Hope's office and explained what had transpired. He claimed that Steffy let her personal petty objectives drive Forrester Creations into the ground. Carter felt he had a wonderful vision for the organization. Hope motivated him to pursue that ambition. This may prompt him to speak with Eric and Ridge about his conversation with Steffy. Carter might take revenge on Steffy by kicking her out of the firm. Steffy demonstrated that she is performing her duty as co-CEO by becoming Stephanie Jr. Read the recap on Stephanie Forrester. However, channeling her inner grandmother may not work for her in the end. She could have to start her own company, as her grandmother did. Still, Steffy is well known in the fashion world. Forrester Creations could go bankrupt due to HFTF and Carter's other brand visions. But Steffy will come out on top, even if the Logans control FC.